Hi, welcome to topic 2.2 here in AP Physics 1. This is the second topic of the unit. So this is forces and free body diagrams. So here we're going to set up what are forces, but then also start setting up the problem solving process, right, with a free body diagram. So again, a force is a push or pull on an object or system. So this the key thing, right? All forces are going to push or they're going to pull, right? So if I'm pulling a wagon, easy, it's a pull. If I'm pushing a box, it's a push. But other forces such as gravity are going to be a pull, right? Because then pull down to the center of Earth. Some of the other forces that you could encounter if you take other physics classes, like the electromagnetic force, can do both. So forces are vector quantities that describe the interactions between objects or systems, right? So this is the important, to me, probably the most important word in physics is interactions. Okay, when we talk about interactions, that means it keeps in our mind that we have to have two things that are doing, that are interacting with each other. So when an object is falling, the object is interacting with the Earth. So the object and Earth experience forces from each other. Okay, so a force exerted on an object is always due to the interaction, right? So and what happens is a system or an object cannot exert a net force on itself. And the way it's classified and we'll encounter these throughout all physics, two types of forces, contact and field force. So contact force is when the interaction is directly touching, okay? When you pull something, you're directly touching it. When you push something, you're directly touching it. Now, on the opposite end, you have what is called a field force, all right? And so this is when you have a vector field that is with a non-contact force. And the big one is gravity. So that's the second picture here. So you can see all those little arrows pointing down towards the Earth. That right there shows us that it's a field force that is encountering, any object in that will encounter that field force. Okay. Now the way I like to think about the problem solving process here is we have three words: draw, sum, solve. Okay, that's our problem solving strategy. The first thing you need to do is draw. And drawing is the free body diagram. And it helps you visualize everything that is happening around an object or a system. And so what you see here is, right, so if I have, right, on the sled here, I have a force of P pulling on it at 30 degrees. But what you see in the next one, that's our free body diagram. And so what we're doing is we're visualizing the forces that are acting on that object, and then we're able to go through the problem solving process. At this point in time, you don't need to worry about what N is, what W is, and what P is. We'll get into that, but the important thing to know is these are the forces that are acting on the object as a picture. And then once you go past, right, something in physics in the AP test they don't like you to do is to draw components. So in the second picture, you can see it's Py and Px, so they break it apart. Now, on a free response question, you could do that, but you can't do it on the scoring free body diagram. You would have to do that somewhere completely away from that free body diagram. Okay. All right, so this was a simple video. Okay, this is just giving you an idea of what is going to happen. So again, just setting up the essentially the problem solving strategy.